Okay, so today I'm going to do a comparison of two boom boxes that I bought. One from Wish, one from AliExpress. Both of them, I believe, are Chinese companies, and they ship directly from China. But if you've been like me, you're always looking for a deal. So you've probably seen the ads in Facebook and YouTube, and they're constantly telling you, hey, these things are, a fraction of the price of a regular, say JBL or a Bose. Is this what they're comparing it to? So you're willing to take the chance. So I'll show you, and I'll insert that. You can see in the video the original picture of what I uh, thought I was buying and what I got, right? And I'll tell you how it worked out. So first of all, this item here was a boombox bought from Wish, right? This is the product. And it was sold as a waterproof, high fidelity, big boombox. There was a guy basically putting it on his shoulder, walking around, right? Um, and it was pretty cheap. So when I got it, this is what I got. This is pretty tiny. So I figured, you know what? Listen, tiny is fine. Let's play it. Well, how does it sound? Well, needless to say, it's probably the equivalent of maybe something just slightly bigger than what's in your phone in terms of speaker size and sound. There is no bass whatsoever. But in terms of the treble, the actual sound that comes out, you would probably find something in maybe a TJ Maxx as you're checking out, and for $5 or $10, right? That's the sound quality that it's got. So as soon as I got it, I played it. I was very disappointed. I was expecting something really big. I wanted something just, it didn't have to be big. Didn't have to be expensive, just to have in the backyard when I'm washing the car and things of that nature. So that's why I ordered this, just as a little knockabout. Very disappointed. It was a fraction of the size I thought it would be. So I called them up and I wrote them, and they were good enough to say, okay, it looks like we made a mistake. We'll give you a refund, right? Of course, it wasn't a refund for the freight as well, but I was just like, you know what? It's worth maybe $7, $8 anyway. I'll pay the freight and I'll keep it, right? So I kept it. So basically, I got it for about $7 or $8. I paid $35 for it though, right? And it wasn't worth that. So I got a refund on it. So that's the Wish one. So the next one, I figured, you know what? So I checked the specs on it, right? Just before I go away from this one, I checked the specs on it, and on this one here, it's actually a 3 watt speaker. 3 watts. That's the power. Man, that's nothing, right? That's nothing at all. So I figured, you know what? This time I see AliExpress. I think it's the Chinese Alibaba company, that's founded by Jack Ma, that sells in China. That sells. It's the Amazon of China, basically, right? So I saw this one, and this is much bigger. So I checked the specs on it just to make sure I'm good this time, right? It's a different company, right? This is T&G. This is whatever, right? So I was like, you know what? This has got to be better. And I see the pictures or someone holding it in their hands in the video, and it goes like this. Like, whew, that's big. That's big. All right. So I was like, let me check the specs on it. And when you check the specs, it's 40 watts of power. 40 watts. So it's not bad. It was the same price as that one. Of course, that one in its commercial that I bought it, in its advertisement, showed it about the same size as that one. That's what showed up. So 40 watts. Can't go wrong. Let me give it a try. So ordered it, waited about 8 weeks, right? Shipped from China. Finally got it this weekend. Of course, turned it on, played it, and it's marginally better than that one in terms of sound. 40 watts. Do I believe it's 40 watts? Absolutely not. I've got a tiny Bose about this big upstairs that I bought, I don't know, maybe 7, 8 years ago. Bose Mini SoundLink. Can't be 40 watts. That thing's got to be about maybe 15, 20 watts. Outplays this by a mile. This thing has no bass whatsoever. Not a single ounce of bass. So, all in all, that sounds exactly like that one. And they both cost about the same price. So, what's going on? Literally, you can't figure it out. Am I getting the bait and switch? Is that what's going on? Right? Because I paid the same price for both. That one was supposed to be as big as that one, but that's what came. So they let me keep it. This one is supposed to be much more powerful than that one, 40 watts. Sounds exactly like that one. What gives? All right. This one was Wish. This one was AliExpress. Alibaba. So that's a bad start for Alibaba Express. At least Wish I had ordered a couple other small things, and it's a hit or miss. I'll do another video on my experiences with Wish, right? So it's not fair to just do one thing, right? Because this was just one item. Because I wanted to do a video just comparing speakers, right, that I had bought. So that's why I'm only comparing these two things. So when it comes to that one, failure. Comes to that one, failure. So today I'm going to write these guys back and say I finally got it, but I want my money back. And this one came just wrapped in a big yellow like cardboard paper with tape all around it. So I'm going to have a hell of a time packaging that if they say they want it back. But I'll let you guys know how it goes, right? So long and short of it, 2 speakers, one from Wish, one from AliExpress, both from China, direct sellers to America. Both about the same price. One very, did not go right at all. They sent me the whole wrong item, or I think they did. I don't know if there's a game up at play here, where they tell you they're giving you one thing and they give you another, and then, it's just pay the freight and we'll cancel out the charge of the material. At which point you're like, okay, all right. And this one here, I'll find out how they want to handle this one when I call them or when I send the text or email today. Right, but both very disappointing. There's no sound whatsoever. I literally have a tiny SoundLink, Bose SoundLink upstairs. But of course, the Bose was $199 when I bought it. So price-wise, that's why I wanted to check at $40, close to $40 each. You're kind of thinking, even if the sound's somewhat similar, it doesn't have to be as good. Then it's worth it, right? Because it's a fraction of the price. But fraction of the sound, it's not equal, right? It's not the same fraction of sound as it is fraction of price. The sound is way worse than the price being equal to it. So all in all, very bad experience with both companies, both speakers. I wish I could send them both back. That's it.